Good morning everyone. I am with a new video. My name is Garvit. I am with a new video on topic Indus Valley Civilization. Location and the sites of the civilization. The sites of Indus Valley Civilization are Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, namely called Mound of Dead, Chanhu-daro, it is located in Sindh, Pakistan, Lothal, located in Gujarat, Kalibanga, also called Black Bangals, Rajasthan, Dholavira, Surkota, Gujarat, Banavali, Haryana. Points of town planning. These are some points of town planning: streets, drainage systems, the Great Bath, granaries, buildings. Explanation of town plannings. Streets. The streets were straight and cut each other at right angles. They were 13 to 34 feet wide and were well lined. The streets and roads divided the city into rectangular blocks. Archaeologists have discovered the lamp posts at intervals. This suggests the existence of street lights. Dustbins were also provided on the streets. These prove the presence of good municipal administration. Drainage system. One of the most remarkable features of the Indus Valley civilization is that the city was provided with an excellent closed drainage system. Each house had its own drainage and soak pit which was connected to the public drainage. Brick-laid channels flowed through every street. They were covered and had manholes at intervals for cleaning and clearing purposes. Large brick culverts with corbelled roofs were constructed on the outskirts of the city to carry excess water. Thus, Indus people had a perfect underground drainage system. No other contempor contemporary civilization gave so much attention to cleanliness. The Great Bath. The most striking feature in Mohenjo-daro is the Great Bath. It consists of a large quadrangle in the center. There is a huge swimming pool, approximately 39 feet long, 23 feet wide, and 8 feet deep, with the remains of galleries and rooms on all four sides. It has a flight of steps at either end and is fed by a well. Situated in one of the adjoining rooms, the water was discharged by a huge drain with corbelled roof more than 6 feet in depth. The Great Bath had 8 feet thick outer walls. This solid construction has successfully withstood the natural ravages for 5,000 years. There were arrangements for hot bath in some rooms. See, this is a picture of the Great Bath. Granaries. The largest building in Mohenjo-daro is granary, which is 45.71 meters long and 15.23 meters wide. In Harappa, there are series of brick platforms which form the base for two rows of 6 granaries each. In the southern part of Kalibanga, brick platforms have also been found. These granaries safely stored the grains, which were probably collected as revenue or storehouses to be used in emergencies. Buildings. People of Indus Valley civilization built houses and other buildings by the side of the roads. They built terraced houses of burnt bricks. Every house had two or more rooms. There were also more than one-storied houses. The houses were designed around an inner courtyard and contained pillared halls, bathrooms, paved floors, kitchen, well, etc. Besides residential quarters, elaborate structures have also been found. One of these buildings has got the biggest hall, measuring 80 feet long and 80 feet wide. It might have been a palace, or temple or hall for holding meetings. The workmen quarters are also found. There was an excellent system of water supply. There were public wells by the side of streets. Every big house had its own well. They also built a dockyard at Lothal. Trades and seals. The seals. These small objects have been beautifully carved out of stone and then fixed to make them more durable. Over 3,500 seals have been found so far. The most typical in the seal is square with a set of symbols along the top, an animal in the center and one or more symbols at the bottom. Animals found on the seals include rhinoceros, elephants, unicorns and bulls. On the back is a projection probably to hold while pressing the seal into the other material such as clay. The projection also have a hole for thread, presumably so the seal can be worn or carried as a necklace. Pictographic script, art and craft. The arts of Indus Valley civilization, one of the earliest civilizations of the world, emerged during the second half of the third millennium, which is known as Bronze Age. The forms of art found from various sites of civilization include sculptures, seals, pottery, gold ornaments, terracotta figures, etc. Their delineation of human and animal figures was highly realistic in nature. Modeling of figures was done in an extremely careful manner. Two major sites of Indus Valley civilization along the river Indus are north cities of Harappa, south Mohenjo-daro. Pottery and terracotta toys. The most important ancient Indus crafts were in the fields of textiles, ceramic manufacturing, stone carving, household artifacts such as razors, bowls, cups, vases and spindles, and the production of jewelry, statues, figurines and children's toys, some of which were mechanical in function. This last category of goods is perhaps the most reliable evidence of the sophistication of this society, writes Burjar Avari, India, the ancient past, Routledge, London and New York, 2008, p. 46. Mark Canoes writes that terracotta toys found at most in the settlements provide a glimpse of the pastimes that might have involved trained animals. Terracotta ox carts with movable parts are perhaps the most common. Throughout in the excavator of Mohenjo-daro and Chanhyun-daro, Ernest Marque, who wrote that like the cities of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, Chanhu-daro has produced a great variety of toys and playthings. Evidently, The people of the Harappa period, like the Indians of today, paid attention to the enjoyment of the younger population and thought the children of the ancient Indus Valley often amused themselves by making their own simple toys in clay. They had many playthings that could have been made only by skilled craftsmen. He then opens the section toy carts. In this valley, people still race ox carts, especially in the regions around Mohenjo-daro, where on-track betting ends with large sums of money or land changing hands. Ancient city is of the Indus Valley civilization, P130. How Indus Valley civilization declined. According to some guesses, theories, it is believed that because of very bad weather, drying of rivers Saraswati and overflowing of rivers, Indus Valley civilization declined. My view on Indus Valley civilization. According to me, Indus Valley civilization is a very better place to live because they have a very proper system and the people living there were so intelligent that they developed many systems to handle natural calamities. Like they have made granaries at a high level so that if floods come, their grains could not damage, and they also made many drainage systems underground, and these underground drainage systems have a mouth at every house so that if anybody wants to spill water in it, she could dump that water in that mouth and then the water goes into underground drainage system. Thank you. A presentation by Garvit Agarwal. Please like and subscribe my channel.